Hi, everyone. This is Dr. J, and welcome to week 5 of EDTC 614, Introduction to Distance Learning. This week, um, I just want to start off before we get into all of our content that we're going to be covering this week. I just want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you for your submissions. Thank you for your work on Project One. I already started taking a look at some of them at a very high level. I am going to ask some of you to um, make some edits and changes to your paper. Just minor little things, just so that it's something you can work on this week. Not all of you, but again, most of you. I was very pleased with what I've seen so far to date. I was very pleased with the content. I was very pleased with what I saw. Just minor little tweaks, especially APA stuff that I may need some of you to modify. And I'll let you know by Tuesday evening at the latest, um, who has to make some changes and who doesn't. But it will not be, it will not count against you as long as you submitted your original Project One um, assignment on September 29th at no later than 11:59 p.m. Now, having said that, this week there's a lot of reading, but there's to give you enough time and effort to work on if you have to make any changes to Project One, as well as to start getting ready for Project Two, and that's happening in the next couple of weeks. This week, what we're going to do is there's only going to be one discussion board, and that discussion board is the discussion board where you've posted your Project One projects. So what I'm going to have each of you do is the following. Everyone this week pick two articles that were written by one of your colleagues. Now, this is a small class. We currently have 4 people in the class. So you have at least 3 other people to pick from. But you want to select 2 papers that you want to read, share your comments about what you learned, in this case, your top 2 learnings from reading their papers, and how you could apply some of these ideas, if you will, into your own classroom. Um, you'll need to do this for 2 separate papers. So that means there should be 2 posts, one for one paper and one for the other paper. And then, of course, you're going to reply to the comments of others. As always, reply to at least 2 of your colleagues, and you've completed your work for the week. Now, that's the main assignment. That's the main stuff for you to do this week. But in addition to that, I am going to ask you to read Clark and Mayer's chapters 4 and 5. We will not have any discussion board questions about chapter 4 and 5 because we will be focusing on those topics in week 6, along with the other principles that we'll be discussing. And besides, you want to start reading them this week because you are going to be, for Project 2, selecting one of the principles that we're going to cover in this week and next week, and use those potentially towards your podcast Project 2 assignment, which I'll be posting more details on in the week 5 folder. So with that, make sure you read chapters 4 and 5, but there are no discussion boards this week relating to those chapters. I would still read them because, again, they are going to come back. That's all I'm going to say. And final thing is, I did include a reading this week. I want you to read chapter 1 of an ebook that was published by Lucas Maxwell, and it's called Podcasting with Youth, a quick guide for librarians and educators. And this ebook, which is found in the Guarini Library, I provided a link to it. You should be able to go in, access the ebook, and I want you just to read chapter 1. Chapter 1 very simply discusses the benefits of podcasting for learning. And I think it's a good primer as you start thinking about why podcasts, why are we even talking about podcasts in this class, and how, in many ways, it's a very powerful tool that we can use in e-learning or in distance learning scenarios. So please take a look at that. Again, there are no questions related to that book from Lucas Maxwell. Again, you're only going to read chapter 1. for now, just chapter one only. Read these, get yourself acclimated to the idea of podcasting, and then I'll be providing more instructions in weeks 5 and 6 so you can start getting ready for project two. With that, that's really it for this week. I just want to say thank you again for all of your work to date. Um, I also want to thank you for your persistence. Many of you have been very proactive, reaching out to me, emailing me, asking questions, and I encourage that. That's what we need to do in these kind of online environments. But more importantly, please continue to reach out if you have any specific questions. So with that, that's it for this week, folks. Enjoy the rest of your week. Here's to a happy beginning of October for all of us. And we'll go from there. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.